What's good, Global Grinders? This is Chief Ferguson Bay for Off Duty Grind, and today's special guest is going to be Alexia, and she is a mental health provider, a mental health counselor, right? She's going to talk to us today about the mental health profession, how she became a mental health counselor, and, using TA to get her education to become a mental health counselor. In addition, she's going to talk to us about some of the need that and the negative stigma that's behind mental health, and the need to get over that stigma and to get help if you need it. So we're going to put resources in the comments below. But thanks for watching, and we're going to get to the show right here. All right. How you doing, Alexia?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm good. I'm chilling.
Chilling.
Said you just got off work?
Yeah. Long day.
So, all right. So you're a licensed mental health care counselor. What is a licensed mental health care counselor?
So it is a mental health professional that to get a licensure, you have to go through like different states' procedures and laws for that. Most states require a master's degree in some sort of psychology. I did specifically clinical mental health counseling. So that's what my master's degree is in. There's a lot of hours. You have to do internships and just talking to a lot of people. And yeah, it's focused on mental health, mental well-being. You basically provide support through a wide range of life challenges.
Okay. So you like a listening ear?
That's exactly it. Yeah. Professional listening ear.
All right. So what specifically does an LMHC do?
Specifically, we are able to support you in a crisis. We're able to counsel you through adjustment, transitions, life changes. We can diagnose you. And the overall key is enlightening people. We can advocate for you and giving that notice of we're here for you.
Okay, sweet. So you served in the military together.
I did. We did.
Way back when?
Wait. We don't need years or time frames. So
when you separated from the Navy, was it your intention to join the healthcare profession?
So all through, I want to say majority of my life, I knew I liked psychology.
Okay.
So while I was in, I was actually looking into the OPSO program, looking into the psych section. I found out later they started getting mental health people. That became a job later. I was like, that's so cool, but it wasn't while I was in. So I got out and then did contracting for a couple of years, and then I was like, no, that's not it. So then I was like, I need to get back to where I really enjoy, which is talking to people and figuring out how people work and how to help. Yeah.
I was noticing that because a lot of people, I'm in the STEM field, but a lot of people in the STEM field in the Navy, they're trying to put in for nursing programs and officer programs, and I always ask them did they want to do that before they joined, or did they just learn about it afterwards? But you wanted to do it all your life?
As soon as I found out what psychology was, I was like, yeah, that's what's up. That's what I want to do.
Okay. So that's pretty much what inspired you to get into the healthcare profession?
Specifically with mental health counseling, I didn't know anything about it until about 2011-ish. So I had already had my degree in psychology, but I still wasn't fully into okay, what do I do? Bachelor's in psychology, you have a lot of avenues to go.
Okay.
And I researched what I could do with that, and it wasn't much. So I was like, well, what else could I do? So I went into mental health counseling, and that sounded very interesting.
Yeah.
Helping people through crisis and things like that. I was like, okay, I like that.
That's
I can do that.
It's kind of sometimes it's a stigma for mental health counseling. Can you talk about that, or how we need help as people?
Yes,
Okay.
everybody could use somebody to like, whether it's like to vent to work through your problems, just like you got something, stress is very prevalent right now, especially life right now is different and difficult for a lot of people. You just need that professional who has the theories and knowledge to kind of like guide you through things. And they're available to you, you know?
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah. How does one become a mental health counselor?
Um,
Yeah.
Want to know my journey or like the typical journey? Like,
Yeah, I'll take your journey.
so my journey took a like couple like twists and turns. Typically the thing is because now they have like 5-year programs where you could do a bachelor's and a master's together. They also have the options to do a master's and a doctorates together. So it's like there's a lot of different avenues and options.
Yeah.
My avenue was like finish the bachelor's, played around for a couple years, then went into a master's program, and then took the steps that like the state of Florida, because that's where I'm at,
Okay.
told me I needed to do to complete the licensure.
Oh, okay. So, you said that's the typical route, and it was kind of kind
A
of.
little bit. There are a lot of options now, where before you could you needed a certain degree, and now you could get it just from like life experience.
Oh,
you
yeah?
could do a certification route. I mean, there are a lot of options
Oh, that's not
to help within the mental health profession. Yeah.
all right. Did you use TA to help get some of the education to become a mental health counselor?
I used my TA my last year in the military, and I completed like 60 credits. And so I was able to get an associate by the time I finished my last tour of duty. So yes. And then once I got out, I utilized that GI Bill, that 9/11. That voc rehab.
Yeah.
And so these are all the resources that are available to you if you want to continue your education. The options out there, but just get informed and make sure you're talking to somebody who knows what they're talking about.
Okay.
Because not everybody cares if you want to use up all that, you know, because the money's just like sitting there. And if you don't have to put that stress and pressure on yourself, like allow your service to work for you afterwards.
Right. You know, tell people it's like for like 45 right now. It's like $4,500 a year. If you're not using it, you're just throwing it away.
Basically,
like you better use that money.
I was taking 4 classes. I was not playing around. It was
3. You was serious.
I was serious. Like I don't play about that education.
Yeah, like education. Oh, you was going to school in Spain too, right?
Yes, I did a study abroad program.
Okay.
Military paid for that. Yep.
Money. You use that TA.
Yes. Use it. When they offer you that extension, it's only like $3,600. Yes, you don't even see that coming out of your check. Yeah. Like pay into your education, pay into your future because it helps you in the end.
Sweet. All right. Yeah. So where are some of the places you can work?
Hospitals. So I've worked in inpatient units. Currently, I'm in an outpatient group. You can work in hospitals, you can work in private practice, you can work in community centers, you can work almost anywhere like that people need in the mental health profession. Yeah.
I was doing some research on it before we was talking, and some people said they was doing like drug abuse, alcohol abuse and all that. So that's cool. Like
there's a lot of different avenues. Yeah. So there's like marriage, family counseling, there's school counselors, there's I'm forgetting one for sure. There's different groups that you could work with, you know.
What's the hours like, you know?
You can kind of make your own hours. I mean, if you did a private practice, you can for sure set up your own time frame. Like I'm available from this time to this time, and that's a really great way to do like work-life balance. My hours are a little different because I do kind of get to set them. But I work in a practice where they're open for a certain time frame. And so if I'm in office, then I'm available to work this time to this time. So I work 9 to 5, sometimes 9 to 7 p.m. It depends on the day. Yeah.
Okay. You said you can, I think you said you can also do private practices and all that as well.
Yeah. Private practice, you can create your own schedule. Like if you want to do all that paperwork, more power to you. So you got options. And then hospitals have their own time frame too.
Oh, okay.
There are 24-hour units where they need somebody. Like obviously you're working at a hospital, you may need to be there at midnight because there may be somebody in crisis at that time. There are also people who go to people's homes for counseling and help or interventions. So
I was talking to some lady and she said she goes to people's homes and she said her father doesn't want her to go to people's homes, but you don't want it?
I mean, personally, that's not for me. I tried it for like 3 months. That was not it. Like,
not it.
Different strokes for different folks. Like that's not.
Yeah, it's not.
come see me. It's okay. In our office space.
Okay. Would you encourage other people to become a mental health counselor?
If you're going into it for the right reasons, like you have a passion for informing others about like lessening that stigma behind mental health, mental illness, because a lot of people are like afraid or unknowledgeable about it. What do you think?
Yeah, when you brought it up, I was like, what is that?
That's those people, like people may be going through stress and anxiety and not even like recognize the signs or symptoms until it's like severe. Now you're having a panic attack. Now you're like, oh, okay, I know what this is. I mean, it can be very subtle buildup. It's like, oh, why can't I breathe right now? Oh, outside of the corona. Like you could be having a mild panic attack or anxiety attack, and you're not knowledgeable on it or aware of it. And it's like, go seek that help, ways of managing your stress.
We have like we have a lot of students because like, of course I'm in the Navy and we have a lot of people just directly coming from boot camp, come to these A schools. And I guess they've never been in a stressful situation. And a lot of them have suicidal ideations and stuff like that because they've never been put in a stressful situation. So,
yeah. There's also like a high risk of like that suicide. I've been seeing a lot of videos of people doing those suicide awareness challenges, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's really good. It's like before I was very like on suicide because I wasn't knowledgeable on it. So once I got the information and knowledge, I was like, all right, they just need someone to like help through that process. And some people are like, if I made that choice for myself, then I made that choice for myself. For whatever reason, I feel like I don't have any other option, you know. It's really sad. But for me, I feel like there's always a choice. There's always an option. And I would like them to get help. I would encourage you to get help. If you're having doubts about yourself, doubts about life, go seek it. It's out there, you know.
That's good. It's definitely needed. Yeah. I don't know why it's such a negative stigma behind mental health. I think like from movies and stuff, you see people in a straitjacket and like, I don't want to go to the.
You don't do that anymore. That's not ethical. That's not it. No.
But yeah, we do need to, because a lot of the education we know is from Hollywood, and it's like,
and they're so misinformed. Oh my gosh, how many people like I inform people on like what bipolar is because they just like use that term so loosely, or like, oh, I'm triggered. That's used so like liberally, like, oh, that's just a word I heard, so I'm going to use it. And it's like there are people with legit struggles about situations that they've experienced in the past, and it comes up like this is a triggering moment because this reminds them of that trauma that they experienced back in the day. You know? Yeah,
I understand.
Let's normalize it. Let's talk about it.
So, what are some of the issues you've encountered? If you're able to speak on any of them, I don't know.
HIPAA is a thing. You've heard of it?
Yeah, I heard of it. Yep.
Okay. I'm just gonna like generalize. Potential life events and situations. When it comes to like depression, people only see as like, oh, I'm sad. Like, no, depression's not just sadness. It's like it's that person that's isolating from others for long periods of time. Depression is also like I'm withdrawing. I lost interest in things. I've changed my eating patterns. I've changed my sleeping patterns. I've lost my motivation, my emphasis, and like enjoyment in life. You know.
Yeah.
It's not so like, oh, I'm sad. You know, like. that's just like a surface, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
And anxiety is more than, oh, I have a slight nervousness or I'm unsure about things. It's like an obsessive worry of like, what ifs, going in that cycle. Yeah.
Shoot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you definitely, yeah, you helping people through that. So that's,
Mhm.
yeah, I can't imagine. So there's some stuff people go through, and yeah, they need help coming out of it.
Yeah.
I quick question, like, is now we're like, do you think, like, because so many people pour into you guys and to the therapist, do y'all need someone to talk to? Like, who do you go to talk to?
So a lot, like for me personally, I have a mentor that I actually haven't spoken to in a while, but like I like to reconnect with and like check in. She does like check-ins for me because it's like you hear people. I mean, I talk to the coworkers too, and we kind of like just let me do a little check-in with you. This week was heavy. It was a lot of trauma.
Right.
Can we just like go chill somewhere? Like just like talk about something, anything else.
Right.
So yeah, I highly encourage if you're going to get in this field, you have to have that ability to compartmentalize.
Okay.
That's where you're not taking on everyone else's stress and trauma, and you're going to hear it, like things you never want to hear, things you don't expect humans to do to each other. They do, and you hear about it, and it's very sad, and it can be like heartbreaking to bring that home to yourself. Like you got to learn to manage that very well, and not like distance yourself, but just like recognizing that we're all human and we all need just like somebody, something, you know.
Somebody to talk to. Yeah, I can understand. I don't even like watching the news anymore because it's so
I
negative.
don't.
I
do not.
Like,
If it's the weather and traffic, that's all I need to know. What
so like,
am I gonna get a hurricane? Is it gonna rain?
yeah.
Do I got traffic? No. Okay, cool. Let me go about my business. Like,
Yeah, but it's still definitely a necessary field, though. I see it definitely.
Absolutely.
What would you like to say to people about the profession, other than what you already said?
Educate yourself. A lot of times in our community specifically, we look down upon sometimes or like are judgy of others who have like, let's say especially when it comes to like teens and kids, that's like my primary demographic that I like working with. They just want to be heard. Like if they say they're depressed, believe them. If they say they're hurting, believe them. Don't invalidate their feelings. If they're expressing it to you, listen to them. Because they know what they feel like. I'm an advocate for like, if someone's telling you how they feel, believe them, because that's a feeling. It may not be accurate, and when I say it may not be accurate, like feelings aren't facts. You could feel a certain way about a situation, but it can be skewed because that's the way you feel. Always some kind of perspective, but I never like dismiss or discourage you to feel whatever it is you feel.
Okay, I get that. Like I said, like with the military, sometimes some of the students, they get in trouble, then they like, feel suicidal. I'm like, but like we still treat it as if
because it's like
it could be,
they were never taught that it was okay to like be in trouble and it's not the worst thing on earth. Like the consequences is like, oh, you get explained how to do this the proper way.
Right.
It's not just death is the only option. Like,
yes,
you get consequences in life, and that's okay. But you're still alive to like deal and learn. Yeah,
still grow through it. Yeah, stuff. That's what we try to teach them too. Like, just bounce back. Like, it's all right. You failed. Okay, get back up. Try.
Yes,
that's good. You go.
Absolutely.
What are some resources if I wanted to get some help or anything like that, or anybody wanted to get some help? Where could they turn to?
Psychology Today has a large list of mental health professionals in their area. You can do down to the state, the city, the area code, like whatever you need. You can even detail like, oh, I'm looking for a professional who deals with trauma. I'm looking for a professional who can work with me through my anxieties, grieving, whatever it is,
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah. Psychology Today. NAMI is also, I know I sent you toward the NAMI group. NAMI has a lot of support groups. So if you're not looking for that individualized therapy, there's also support groups on various topics and subjects.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put those links in the description below so people can reach them. Right.
if you feel like something's off, if you feel like you need an outlet, you feel like you're uncertain about life, about things, seek the help because it's out there. Don't allow others to like their judgment and their opinions to impact your ability to grow and learn from life, you know?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And again, this is licensed. I keep saying licensed.
That's important.
Yeah,
I work for that.
Make sure you get some licensed help, some professional. But yeah, the mental health counselor, Alexia. And if you have any questions for Alexia, just hit up chief@offdutygrind.com and we'll forward the questions to her. And if there's anything you need, just comment below. Any questions you have, comment below. And if you like this comment or this content, just subscribe and we'll have more of it. All right. But thanks for watching, and I'm out. Yeah. All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right, Global Grinders. That was Alexia, the licensed mental health counselor. I really appreciate her coming on, giving us the information. It's very helpful, very informative, and very educational. So thank her for coming on. And in addition, we'll put the resources below to get help if you need help. In addition, if you have any questions, just reach out, comment below, and we'll answer your questions as soon as possible. But again, we really appreciate her for coming on the show and giving us this information. So thanks for watching, and we are out. Bye.